Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. Africa is a very big place. There are 54 countries and over 1.3 billion people in Africa. So why are Tesla not in Africa? There are definitely some issues to get Tesla to Africa, but there are definitely some huge potential and great business opportunities, not just for the cars. So let's take a deeper look into what's going on with Tesla in Africa and the future potential. So let's dive right in. Elon wanted to have the Model 3 in South Africa by now, his birth country, but import duties are extremely high, so Tesla has not been able to do this yet. Because unlike other car companies, Tesla has to earn money on their electric vehicles. But there are EVs in South Africa, for example, like the Jaguar have their I-Pace in South Africa already. Over 1,000 EVs has been sold in South Africa in 2019, indicating a 167% increase since January of 2018. However, the pace is much slower than other parts of the globe. But there are many reasons why Africa would be a good place for Tesla to get to. Because of the fast-growing middle class, and many countries in Africa are some of the world's fastest-growing economies. But there are definitely some issues in Africa that makes it difficult. The charging infrastructure for EVs is not very good, but there are actually companies working on this as we speak, and as we can see here, EV charging stations are already there. So Tesla will probably go the same way as in Europe, where your Tesla can also use the standard charging station, not only Tesla's own. But only 43% of the population of Africa has access to electricity. But even though this is not good for people buying EVs, it could actually be a great business opportunity for Tesla as well, to deliver some battery power plants with solar energy to many places in Africa, to help them get more electricity to more places, as they are already doing, as I will get back to in a minute. And the internet access only has 39.8% penetration in Africa compared to the global 62.7% internet penetration. But Elon Musk and SpaceX Starlink project will help the whole continent with cheap, fast internet to every corner of Africa. In not so far future, SpaceX already has 420 satellites in space right now, and Elon has just said they will start public beta of its internet in about 6 months in US and Canada. And the internet is very important in Africa, like most other places of course, but in Africa maybe even more so, because of many places they don't have much cash going around and used almost only mobile transactions. And Africa has actually been leading the way with this technology where you can pay with your mobile phone. It came to Africa long before it did to Europe and the US. So they really rely on great internet coverage. Even though Tesla has no cars in Africa right now, Tesla is already helping in Africa. And the potential is big. Tesla is participating in a new initiative by African Telecom to install 520 power walls at their sites in order to keep their important network online despite frequent power outage. Like in most places, mobile networks are extremely important to the economy. But you could argue that it's even more important in Africa, where transaction systems are not as common and most people use mobile-based digital transactions. It's especially the case in Zimbabwe, where there are frequent shortage of physical cash. The problem is that the electric grid is unstable and often suffers from brownout and blackouts, which in turn cripples the telecommunication network. Econet Wireless decided to use Tesla Powerwalls to address this situation. In 2018, they installed Powerwalls at one of Econet's telecommunication towers to provide backup power, and after 12-month trial period, they are impressed with the performance. The battery pack store energy from the grid or solar panels while there is energy available, and if there is a power outage, the Powerwall start powering the cell tower. Norman Mayo, CEO of Econet Energy Division and its subsidiary Distributed Africa Power, said, "We are impressed with the performance of Tesla Powerwall during the trial stage. It addresses the power backup requirements, offers 100% depth of discharge, has a wide temperature operating range. It also offers real-time monitoring and will help against current battery theft issues being experienced with lead-acid batteries. We look forward to work with Tesla on other initiatives in energy security." They did announce that they will be installing 520 Tesla Powerwalls at 260 Econet sites, with the first 65 sites that was installed in the last month of 2019. Tesla Energy Storage System are going to make Econet's network more robust, which is in turn going to help people pay their bills and make transactions to keep the economy going. As for the battery theft issues Mayo brought up, they decided to put the batteries in cages. So Tesla Energy business could be the first step of getting into Africa. By making many big battery power plants with solar to get electricity everywhere and helping business to get reliable electricity like Econet. And when more and more businesses get the power walls and power packs, and people will see, as we have seen in many other places in the world already, that it's actually a great business case to get these battery power plants, more and more people will buy them. And SpaceX will of course bring cheap, fast internet to the whole continent, helping the small internet penetration and get the internet to everyone. And then Tesla could help build out the charging infrastructure and start selling some cars. But I don't think Tesla is ready for Africa just yet. I think they need to build a gigafactory on the continent so they can get the prices down on their cars in Africa. And even though the Cybertruck definitely will be a hit in Africa, since the most sold vehicle in Africa is a pickup truck, and because of the bad roads they have in many countries, but it's still a very expensive car, so it will not be for everyone. But the Model 2 they will be developing in China right now could probably be a very successful car in Africa. So the mix of these two cars, and of course all the other cars they are making for the middle class and upper class, Tesla will truly be ready for Africa. And since Tesla is helping develop more stable energy, bringing better internet to the continent, I do think they're going to be very popular in Africa and therefore will have great success with selling the cars too. I think it will be a really strong brand in Africa, but time will tell. But what do you think? When do you think we will see Teslas really taking off in Africa? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I come out with Tesla videos like this one every week, and I have a news episode every Sunday about Tesla, Elon Musk and everything in between. As always, a big shout out to my Patreons that support this show. It really means a lot for this channel. And if you also want to support the show and keep the lights on, please head over to patreon.com/BestInTESLA and support the show for as little as $1 a month. But it really helps out a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care out there and be nice.